What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Chicken Bone Alley, brought to you by Earl Ramey Racing Engines, Profab Headers and Exhaust, Stock Car Steel Aluminum, and SRI Performance. What's up? I'm David.
I'm Connor.
What's up, man?
Not a whole lot. Kind of a couple weeks off from racing here for us locally, but we're getting back at it Saturday.
How's school going?
It's going
so
good,
far?
really. I mean, really, it's going about as smooth as it can be. Most of the classes are, outside of a couple college classes, are pretty
getting
breeze through classes.
Getting close to halfway through your senior year already.
Yeah.
I feel like it just started on. I feel like this year just started to me. I mean,
I don't know. In the moment,
different for you young folk.
It feels like it's going by kind of fast, but I mean, I don't know. In the moment, it feels about how it should, I guess.
Cool. You got soccer starting up in a few months, don't you now?
Yeah, probably right after Christmas. We'll start conditioning, which will be.
That's always
the bad part.
Yeah,
but it's tough showing up to practice knowing you ain't gonna do nothing but run or that. But you get through a couple weeks of that, you have some fun.
Fun. Well, how's your other than all the racing and stuff? How's your weekend?
It was good. Racing was pretty much all what we did Saturday. Friday went to the game. They got another big win there.
I was going to say, how'd you do? How'd y'all do?
Yep, they won. They got playoffs starting this week. So that'll be good. They got a good chance to go back to state again.
6A, how y'all seeded in playoffs there?
I think we're the number 2 seed.
Number 2?
Yep.
Nice.
So, got a shot here. So we thankfully, more importantly, we got home playoff games. The last couple of years, we've been having to go to right near Georgia to play a playoff game.
That's what I was fixing to say. That's a big advantage when you can start upper half of the bracket there.
Yeah, so for sure. So we did that Friday. Went over to Dillon and Florence Saturday and just hung around with the church, watching racing Sunday, and about do it for my weekend.
Cool. Well, I had probably one of the longest weekends I've ever had in my life. I feel like we Friday I didn't do a whole lot of much. We because I knew Saturday I was going to be wide open. Well, I didn't know Saturday I was going to be wide open. I knew early Sunday morning I was going to be wide open. But this is what happened. We were going to we're having it was like our fall festival thing at church, but we didn't really have it all at church. But they decided they wanted to eat and stuff at church. So we my dad volunteered to cook a hog, have barbecue. Well, when he cooked it, when he decided that, about a couple weeks later, somebody said about how they determined that they were probably going to have about 500 people there.
Wow.
So at that time he said, well, I think we might have to do 2 hogs.
Twice the cooking day.
Yeah, exactly. So we had Sterling's Grill, actually, and we had another friend of ours, his big hog cooker. Well, the hogs he got were 200-pound hogs a piece after they were dressed out. I mean, like big hogs. Like they were probably 500-pound hogs before they were, I mean, huge.
Wow.
So we ended up having to, I don't know, we got something going on here. We ended up having to take one hog because Sterling's Grill is a big grill, but it wasn't quite big enough for the big old hog. So we ended up having to cook one hog Saturday. Well, I'd already got up Saturday, and I was cutting grass and stuff around the house, trying to. Hopefully, it was the last cut for you. I doubt, not with the weather we keep getting.
I think this will be good for.
I hope so.
I think it's supposed to cool down this week.
Yeah, it's supposed to get pretty cold tomorrow night, or Thursday night, or Wednesday night. I mean,
yeah.
Anyway. So I was cutting grass, and about in the middle of cutting grass, phone rings. Dad's called me. He said, "Whenever you get a chance, come on over here." I said, "Why?" He said, "Well, that hog won't fit on Sterling's Grill, so we're going to have to cook one of them now, hash it all up, put it in pans, keep it for the next day, then we'll start the other one the next morning." I said, okay, so finished up cutting grass, came over here. He had already started on it, fortunately. But we finished it up about I don't know, probably 7:30, 8 o'clock at night. But we had to hash all that stuff up.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody got a faster way to hash barbecue, please let us know. And it does a good job, because I'm going to tell you what, from 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock, we hashed barbecue. Now, I mean, it was a lot. It was like
Yeah, I mean, obviously
6 pans worth of barbecue. So, I mean, it was a lot. So, anyway, done that. I got another funny story to tell. And we got back up I got up at 2:30.
Wow.
So
you stopped.
I sat in a chair. I sat in a chair and just kicked back. I didn't really go to sleep.
Yeah.
I just kind of kept dozing, because I knew if I went to sleep,
It was over.
So got back up at 2:30 and got everything ready. Went to church, cooked the other hog, and was there for church. We ate after church. Then we had a fall festival out at the at Langston Ranch. From 5 to 7 yesterday afternoon. So,
wow.
So I finally got back in bed at 8:45.
Wow. Full 36 hours at least.
Yes,
wow.
Yes. But I got another funny story real quick. It was really funny. My daddy had saw this nice air compressor on Facebook for sale, and somebody, I don't remember how much they wanted for it, but anyway, he made him an offer on it, and the person that listed in Lancaster, South Carolina, which is hour and 45 minutes from here. About. Well, they said he made him an offer, and they said, "Yeah, we'll take that. When can you come get it?" And he said, "Well, it'll be tomorrow afternoon," which would have been Sunday evening, that he could have gone maybe and got it at earliest. They said, "Well, where are you at? Maybe I can just bring it to you." And this was at about 7:30 at night already. And we told them, well, we were here, cooking hog and stuff like that, and that we were in Florence. And about 8:30, finally, they write back, "Well, we'll just bring it to you." But they said, "Well, but I'm in Lancaster. I got to drive to Pageland to get it, and then I should be there between 11 and 12. And I'm looking, and I'm saying, there's no way they're making it here between 11 and 12.
Even still.
It's not happening. You would have to absolutely fly and load up this big old air compressor.
Must want to get rid of it bad.
I guess so. Anyway, come 12 o'clock, they wasn't here. Like I said, we was done. And I went and sat in the chair here at their house, just because we were getting up anyway and going over there. And I think that was one reason I didn't really go to sleep, because I kind of kept looking out the front window. Somebody might be coming. I was like, I hope they ain't coming this time of night. That'd be weird. I mean, it's just strange. Well, they didn't. All of a sudden, when I'm walking out the door at 3 o'clock in the morning, going to load everything up in the truck to get ready to go to church to finish cooking hogs, I see headlights pulled in the driveway.
Wow.
I'm like, I know these people ain't coming with this compressor at 3 o'clock in the morning. Sure enough, that's who it was.
Wow.
I was like,
he couldn't wait another day.
That's what I said. I said, these people needed money bad.
Oh.
So, I mean, it didn't really get us off course. We was up anyway.
Better than not knowing somebody's coming.
Now, that'd be exactly. That'd have been bad. Then somebody come knock on the door at 3 o'clock in the morning. Fortunately, I was already coming outside, but it was still weird. It was like, why are you here at 3 o'clock in the morning? So, that was that was odd. But anyway, we got an air compressor. We got a nice 100-gallon air compressor over there.
Sweet.
For the new shop. We're getting everything together for it. Finally, Now we just gotta get insulated and heat and air, and
get some race cars in it.
There's some race cars already in it, but so we'll get there. But anyway, so anyway, we had a good time at church. Barbecue turned out great. All that fun stuff, and we had a good time. Kids had a fun time out at Langston Range. You ever been out there by chance yet?
I don't think so.
It's more for younger kids, but they have like some family days and stuff out there. They just got a pile of inflatables. Also, they got this really old. Well, I say old. It's not old. Everything's new except Lizzie and Hamp Langston own it. They're good friends of ours, and they go to church with us, and super good people. Lizzie loves Jackson to death. She took him on a golf cart with her yesterday, and she was like, "Let's go ride." So, but there's like, they had this big old concreted shed area that they have even concerts and stuff up at.
Where's that?
Down
52 or?
You go down, it's right on that backside of Coward, actually.
Okay.
Go down 52 and yep, it's down that way.
Okay.
So, but she has like an old dump truck, old antique looking dump truck that they got the bed up on, and they have built a slide that slides down the bed and comes out the truck and everything. All kinds. She got zip lines. They got bounce houses, and I mean just all kinds of stuff. They got, instead of like a ball pit, this is what Jackson loves over there. Instead of a ball pit, they have a silo, and it's got windows cut out of it and stuff, and door and everything. And it's got like look like it would be a sandbox inside, but it's corn. It's shelled corn inside of it.
So, yeah. I think I've seen it. Sounds kind of like a pumpkin patch.
That's
stuff,
exactly what
stuff you
it's
see there, you know?
That's exactly what it's like. I mean, except she tries to run it pretty much all year round. And they have like a petting zoo there. They have tons of farm animals, horses and longhorn steers, and there was all kind of pigs and goats and stuff like that. They so we had fun over there. They had pizza and snow cones and everything else, and
good deal.
It was fun. It was fun stuff. They were kids had fun, and we had fun over there watching them. It's always fun.
Sweet.
Always fun. So, let's see. We got just a few minutes before we get into an interview here. But, all right, you said you were over at Dillon Motor Speedway this weekend. We got something to talk about here. There was no racing going on at Dillon Motor Speedway.
Oh, but there really was enough cars to have a little race.
Everybody threw some money in it.
Not just us. I mean, there was a steady stream of cars all day that we were there. But, we went over there with Chad Webster and the guys, getting a little practice in for this week's race at Dillon, and just made some laps, test and tune all day pretty much, and had a lot of fun. Right? It was pretty cool. Dad made a lot of laps as he gets ready for his return to racing to
full
bodies. Yeah. So he'll be driving Chad Webster's car this week, and hopefully I'll be out there too.
We all of a sudden started talking about racing on the podcast with him, and all of a sudden he's back in cars.
Yeah, must have something happened. Must have lit a fire back under him or something.
I'm telling you.
But,
he's just a hired hand now.
But yep. So come see us. Well, hopefully we'll be competing against each other. I don't know. That's the plan if we can get it ready. But him and Ethan Winkler both look pretty strong. So hopefully got some stuff to look forward to here Saturday.
Cool. Good deal. I'll be ready for it.
Yes,
I'll be over there and be on go, ready to watch the Connor and Jamie saga there.
Yeah, I'm ready to get the Lucky 13 out there with it.
Me too. Me too.
I know you are.
I was hoping to have it this weekend, but I don't think we are. So we might. Who knows? Our re-debut, I guess you say, with it. I think probably might come around the bash probably.
You might want to wait. Might not want to debut that.
I know.
Nah,
that's just kind of scary too. So I don't know. We'll get it going. So, but no, I'm ready to watch Jamie. So he turned a bunch of laps over there.
Yeah. Probably ran about 50 laps. Just trying to get back in the routine of it. He was pretty quick. Just trying to get back in rhythm. Main thing around there.
Did you get out there and anything?
Yeah, we had my car out there.
You did too?
Yeah.
How'd it run?
It was decent. We were okay. Once we all evened out a little bit, we didn't have the pace off the bat like we wanted, but I think we're all right. So we're going to hopefully make a little motor change this week and see what we can do.
Sweet.
But I hope, even you know how it is. You hate going to racetrack and not racing.
I'm going to have enough cars out there.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to be up there.
You might be a higher crew chief this week.
That's what I'm saying. I'm going to have to be out there with somebody. I don't know about crew chief. You might not want me as crew chief.
You can't. We're going to need you, man.
I'll be out there jacking it up. I'll jack it.
Hey.
Nah.
We appreciate anything, don't we?
Oh, yes. I know how that is. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it is time to go over to the Zoom line here, I guess. Um, we have on here a special guest today, champion of the 2023 Chicken Bone Alley Fall Spectacular, presented by Fresh Chef, Mr. Aaron Smith. Aaron, what is going on, man?
Nothing much. How are y'all doing? Sorry, wrong button.
You good, buddy? You good, man? Good, man. Good to have you on with us today, man.
It was a great season. I'm glad I was able to run with y'all again and bring home the championship.
Man, I'm gonna tell you what. Every time I've ever seen your name pop up on anything that especially that we run with, but anything else, I've always told guys if they ask who to watch out for, I'm like Aaron's the one to watch out for. He's a dude's fast and everything. But man, you really had a good year. Well, good season anyway. I say year. We have a quick
good 8 weeks.
Good 8 weeks. I mean, sometimes it feels like a year. It goes.
Some
by
of those
so
races
long.
felt like a year.
Dude. I'm gonna tell you. But man, far as just your whole season, before we get down to anything particular, far as your whole season, in the Chicken Bone Alley, Fall Spectacular, how'd you feel about it, man?
I wasn't sure what to expect coming into it. I know that the dirt races were going to be my weakness coming in. I wanted to get as good as those as possible. But I remember mentioning after the first season that I wanted to put as much time into it as possible. But honestly, I really didn't. I ran a few league races, but that was about it. The changes that iRacing made with the dirt parameters really helped me out a lot because I'm not sure what it was, but I was pretty quick off the truck there, I felt. But just didn't have the skill to keep up with the fast guys there, but I was able to compensate for it with the asphalt races. And aside from Talladega, I think I had a pretty good season on that end.
Man, you could have fooled all us because you were looking good. Even like I said, even on the dirt stuff, man, you running up front until, and like I said, I said it during one of the broadcasts. I said, man, the difference is in these tracks, us asphalt guys, is the line may move a little bit here and there, but it don't move a whole lot. But that dirt, it really changes from bottom all the way to top or wherever, and that's where the dirt guys really shine, I guess you say. But man, I felt like you really held your own. You even, I think, come out one race with a top three or something like that, or a couple top threes. Man, it's surprising to hear that you didn't really buckle down on that because you sure look like it, man.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It was a fun season from start to finish. Had a couple up and down races here and there. Had about 3 super speedway races. That's never good for the heart, but hopefully we'll be able to pack her up and come back for another good season.
That's it, man. Well, man, I want to ask you because people have asked me about you because I know pretty much everybody that's racing with us on there. They're all guys that I see at the racetracks, either around here or guys I've met up north that are at racetracks. And then people have asked me about Aaron Smith, and I'm like, I actually don't know much about him. I'm like, he's jumped on here and kicked our tails on our racing quite a few times, but beyond that, I don't know much about you. But tell us a little bit about you, man. How old are you? Where are you from? All that good stuff.
Yeah, I'm 22, just hanging out here in old Hollywood, South Carolina. It's not too far out from Charleston, but there's not much else to do out here but sit in front of a computer. So I try to make the most of it, and fortunately, I did.
Are you into any real life racing? Do you go to tracks much? Tell us a little bit about that.
No, not really. I mean, I watch a lot of racing on TV, and I'll usually watch some dirt races if they pop up on YouTube or Flow Racing or whatever they're on. But yeah, aside from that, I'm more of a spectator than anything. I'd like to get into real racing, but there's not much else to do down here.
Well, man, come on up with us. We got some friends not far from you down there that race legend cars with us. So, man, you need to come on up here with us sometime. And we're not far from you. We only I think we're only about an hour and a half, hour and 45 minutes from you down there. So, not too far.
Yeah, I might take you up on that. There's a lot of good stuff up there. I'd like to try out for myself. A lot of kart tracks from what I've seen. Maybe I'll be able to come up there soon.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, tell me. I know you got in our series back a couple seasons ago. How did you find our series to jump in? Do you remember?
I think it was on Facebook. Like I was just looking through ads because that's usually what I do in my free time. I just look around Facebook and Twitter for like races to come run, seasons to come run, things like that, and saw some dollar signs with y'all. And I figured, oh, All right, I got to come do that. And I came for the money, stayed for the community, I guess.
There you go. There you go. I stay for the money.
Oh, blame you.
And apparently you do too, because you keep taking all ours. But no, that's cool, man. I love the fact that one, I actually, a couple of years ago when you started racing with us, everybody was, just like, well, if Aaron's in a race, you're not going to win. But I was like, man, this guy's good. For one, two, he can start something to chase after. Y'all get better. Y'all go race with him. And I think I actually, to some extent, seen some of that this year. Some of the guys on there look like they kind of stepped up their game a little bit. You still whooped their tails a couple times, but man, as far as the whole league, for the most part, we had some good racing up at the front of the field.
Oh, absolutely. A lot of those guys at the front, James, Landon, Connor, Matt, like all those guys raced respectfully all season, and I'll certainly take note of that for the future. But it was a blast, like I said, and hopefully we'll have more of that soon.
For sure, man. For sure. Well, buddy, we sure do. First of all, congratulations again, man, on another championship, taking home the $1,000 championship prize from the Chicken Bone Alley Fall Spectacular presented by Fresh Chef. Congratulations on that. And man, I'll be glad to have you back on there, and we might do something else. I was talking about we might try to come up with a we're talking about coming up with a podcast championship, series, and maybe have a couple of hosts and a invited driver to it. So you never know, we might have to invite you over, come race with us.
Yeah, if you need someone to run for y'all, I mean, I'm not opposed to it.
Good deal, buddy. I figured that's what we'll do. We'll just take our champion there each year. Whoever's our champion, that's our guy.
Yeah. Hey.
So that sounds good to me, man. Well, we'll get with you on it. But buddy, congratulations again, and great season. Glad Connor didn't take you out too much.
I was glad if I could stay with him. So.
We had a few yellows for sure this season. Hopefully we can clean that up. But overall, good racing, man, and congratulations again, buddy, and good job.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I certainly appreciated this season. All the races were fun, despite some of the cautions we may have had. A lot of good guys, and hopefully I'll see them again soon.
Good deal, buddy. Well, congratulations, and we'll be talking with you, man.
All right, thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Aaron Smith, driver of the Banana Yellow number 70.
I will say, every race that I've seen him in, even like outside of that, no matter what car, what track, that's his scheme.
That is his identity.
Yeah, I mean, that's cool.
That's his complete identity. He is, like I said, the Banana Yellow number
Plain.
70. Yep.
Black 70.
I love it. It is wonderful. It is wonderful. So our season has come to an end.
Yep.
Connor ended up
fourth
in points. You ended up fourth in points.
Yep. Somehow.
Not too shabby.
Nope. I don't know. I just consistent, I guess. But yeah, man, I mean, it was tough. I really thought that I was hoping to get a top three, but wow, we had some really talented guys out there this year, and had a lot of fun.
We had some stiff competition sure.
I mean, it was
we had some I'm gonna go ahead and address the elephant in the room that everybody talks about. As everybody knows, everybody watches or races in our leagues knows, we had an admin, basically race control, had a guy in there for the majority of races. He missed 2 races. One of them, I didn't know it till the very last, and I was in the broadcast booth, and just bad deal. It was bad because it was a double.
Yeah,
night.
And everybody was pretty rough.
Yeah, and then the second time he wasn't able to be there was the finale at South Boston. Well, I probably am a little more strict race control. So being I knew it, I was like, all right, I'm going to go back and forth. If we get good green flag runs, I'll be in the broadcast booth under yellow, whatever I need to do. I'll jump on there and I'll be race control. And so that's what I did. And I'm just going to flat out say we had some guys driving that are great drivers. They are typically 9 times out of 10 9.9 times out of 10, they are wonderful drivers and some of the fastest drivers that we have, but they were driving like idiots sometimes. And we all do that from time to time. Yeah. I get it. But I think they kind of got mad with me because I was like, no. Our rule was first caution, you go to the back of the line. Second caution, and this sounds bad, but we have to run shorter races. So we can't just have, that's the problem, as we met this, 3 or 4 times this season.
Oh, time limit?
We ran into time limits, just like we did the very last race of the year. We got close to the end, but we ran into a time limit. And so what I had to implement was one caution, you cause one caution, you're determined to be the cause of the caution, you go to the back of the field automatically. If you're determined to be cause of a second caution, you get a 1-lap penalty. If you are determined to be the cause of a third caution, you're out the race. You're done for that night.
Best way to do it, I mean, no matter what, even if it's have to back out and lose a spot, it's no fun pacing. It's no fun. No. Anybody in it, anybody watching. I know anybody broadcasting it can't be fun, so it's better just most of the time just try to avoid cautions at all costs.
I feel like somebody, and I'm not talking junk about these guys by no means, but I feel like some of these guys need to go try drag racing. That's about the attention span they have. And obviously that's the thing because, I mean, we all know John Force from drag racing. He obviously has the attention span of a gnat, but that man is one of the fastest out there in drag racing. But you can't be like that in oval track racing at all. We were out there for, 125 lap, 100, wasn't that what the last race was? 125? Yeah, 125. Very doable. Very doable in the hour time limit. We were y'all were averaging 15 to 16 second laps. So it should have been close to 4 laps a minute. Should have been easily obtainable. And I understand. I knew
that one I could kind of understand how it could be not, time limited
to an extent.
But some of the other ones, it was kind of like, we can't run this.
We had we had twin 25 lap races. Yeah. We couldn't make it. Now they were down to 20 minutes, but 20 minutes for 25 laps on a half-mile track was plenty.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. We got to clean that up. I don't know what we need to do about it. Do we need harsher penalties? Do we need?
I don't know. Probably just have a driver's meeting, first race, and just say this is it. If you miss the driver's meeting, I mean, the rules still apply. We can't
exactly.
And have somebody that just don't care will enforce it.
Yeah. I felt like we didn't have some of the rules enforced. I ain't throwing him under the bus. I mean, I understand when you come into a new league, you don't want to just ruffle feathers off the bat.
Well, there were some races where I felt for him for sure.
Yeah, big time. Because there were some that our drivers
put him in some bad spots.
Put him in some horrible spots, and I mean, I understood it, especially in that last race. But you got to make a call. I mean, that's just the thing. You got to make a call. There was one wreck through the night, and this happens every once in a while. There was one wreck through the night that I could not determine who exactly caused the caution. That's a racing deal.
Yeah,
I get that. It's just somebody got loose. Somebody checked up. Somebody got in the back of them while they were checking. It's just a racing deal.
Yeah.
I get that. That's perfectly fine. But somebody going in the corner, driving 4 car lengths too deep and just running over to the next guy, that's annoying.
Yeah.
Well,
it didn't never fix itself.
No, it never did. That was the thing.
All season long. But it was fun nonetheless. I mean,
yeah.
We would have some good green flag.
Oh, yeah, there was tons.
The only thing that was really aggravating is you almost mess up any strategy you had because it was, I don't know if we're racing to an hour or 100
that's
laps,
what that is exactly what annoyed me the most is because what strategies there could have been in the race kind of took it out. Mm-hmm. Just like South Boston, where I said, if this race runs mostly green, there's no way you're going to run it on 4 tires.
Well, that's what I was doing. I was looking. I wasn't going to make it on fuel, 125 laps. I was saying we've had so many cautions, we have a couple more.
Right.
I got a good shot at being able to make it.
Exactly. Now we did have a long green stretch there that kind of it was later in the race after we had a ton of cautions at the first. But after that long green stretch, the tires did finally show their hand. But I felt like that could have came in play a lot more at the dirt tracks, especially.
You aren't really rewarded for taking care of your stuff.
Exactly.
It was just 5-lap run after 5-lap run.
Exactly. So I don't know. We're going to look at everything, talk with the guys. We got a Facebook group that everybody's in on the page, and we kind of run things by it and vote on some of it, or some of it I'm not going to vote on anymore. Some of it just,
or vote in a different way.
This is the rule. This is what's going to happen. But I want to be fair to everybody at the same time. I think we'll probably, I don't know money-wise. It kind of seems like how we do it every year. We have one money league and one, we might get entry fees and we just pay back off the entry fees or something like that. So we'll probably do another one in spring 2024. We'll see what comes up. Never know. Just if everybody wants to watch out, you can join our Facebook page, our Chicken Bone Alley Facebook page, or also jump in on our if you're into iRacing at all, jump in on our iRacing group. I'll send you the link to it if you need it, or you just look up Chicken Bone Alley iRacing.
Well, just Chicken Bone Alley iRacing, whatever.
Yeah, something like that. You'll find it.
We have some racings.
That's what I was
going
going to say.
And all.
Yeah, we'll randomly jump in and host some races, and every once in a while they might pay $20, $5, who knows? Maybe nothing. Maybe we're just having fun, which is always typically the fun ones. I don't know. I feel like, I hate to say this, I really do, because I know there's tons of people that there should be no reason that money makes them drive any different, but it does. It does. $5 will make them guys want to cut each other's head off for some reason. I don't know. It's been fun. It was a fun season. I appreciate all of our sponsors for coming on. I'm gonna pull everything up that way I don't mess up nothing. I want first of all, I also want to thank Talking Dirt. Ryan Williams over at Talking Dirt
did a great job.
He did a wonderful job pulling this together for us. And broadcasting, because broadcasting, even though I talk on here, it's not my strong suit. I have fun talking about racing, but
you need a good play-by-play guy.
Yeah, exactly. And Ryan is the man to do it. He is he's the announcer over at Sumter Speedway, right down the road from us, and he's stupid good. But he really appreciate him and his expertise on broadcasting it, and just knowing everything there was to know about the cars, and making it look great and look good on TV and or on the wherever you watch it at. Some people, I saw some pictures of people watching it on TV. They had it put up, streaming it on Roku or whatever now, and I was like, that's pretty cool. It used to not be like that. It used to, if you streamed anything, you pretty much had to watch it on your phone, or you might get on your computer and watch it. Nah, these people pulling it up on their TV, so that's pretty cool. But also want to give big thanks. First and foremost, to Fresh Chef. Fresh Chef was our presenting sponsor for this season, and they'll be on the show here for at least next year. I hope we can sign them on more after that, but at least next year they'll be on here for sure. Really appreciate them guys. If you're ever in the mainly in the Mooresville, Cornelius areas, anywhere up there where I like to call Race City, stop by Fresh Chef. Mel and his gang up there, got them guys can throw it down on some food. It is good stuff. Also want to thank Palmetto Machine and Fabrication, Sterling, and he's part owner in there. Appreciate them every week. We also, this was the first season we put up weekly prizes. Sterling, Palmetto Machine and Fabrication put up $20 to win a week, so that was really good. Really, really nice for everybody. Something, because a lot of these leagues, they'll get down towards the end and people, ain't got no chance at championship. They back out. But this gave them a reason to keep racing. So I liked it. That was really good. So really appreciate Pie Metal Machine and Fabrication coming on and helping us out with that. Also, MPM Marketing. She's Tanya's on with us every week. 25. I'm sorry, I said 20. My bad. But Tanya MPM Marketing is on every week. We can't take them off, can we, Connor?
Yep. The ear was starting to hurt just a little bit. I
know, right? We're gonna have to get some more headphones. Need just earbuds. But MPM Marketing, guys, if you are in this racing game, if you're an iRacer looking to move into racing, you got to have marketing help to do so. That's just the way it is now. So head over to MPM Marketing, marketwithmpm.com, and Tanya gets you hooked up. We really appreciate her. Our buddy Derek Griffith up at Northeast Auto Imports. We appreciate him coming on. I think he's been on every season with us with our iRacing deal, so really appreciate him. Also, Blake Harris, H3 Photography. That was really cool. He offered the back row bonus each week, and I think only a couple times the people attempted it. Never got one, but he also gave an extra prize to our guys for the throwback night.
Oh yeah.
If you were racing a throwback scheme, then you got a bonus for winning. So really appreciate Blake. Help out. Go check out H3 Photography. Really cool stuff. Buddy Kel Maben, Rivertown Racing. As always, appreciate him coming on with us, doing some cool stuff. Also, BS Racing, and also BJK Sports. They also put up the quick time bonuses and the hard charger bonuses this year. So appreciate all them for sure. I don't think I'm leaving anybody out there. Think we hit them all.
Oh yeah.
Can't wait to do it again. Is a lot of fun. A lot of fun to sit there and talk about. I honestly have fun racing with you guys though.
Oh yeah. Come on back.
It was kind of tough not racing. I was like, man, which I know I wouldn't do any good though.
No, I mean, hey, shoot, survive and be there at the end.
Survive and thrive. Yeah. But no, it was a good season watch.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, frustrating at times, but overall
it was fun.
Pretty good.
Oh, yeah.
Pretty fun. We gotta get some more guys in it. The more we get in it, the more people get paid.
Oh yeah. There's more fun to this.
And the more fun, yeah. It can be. I don't know. I struggle with. I'm gonna put this out there. I struggle with going in there and because there's some leagues. Oh, you got to have this I rating to be able to race in it, or this safety rating to be able to race in it. We don't do that.
No.
We just leave it open to whoever.
As long as you can hold a line,
and that's my thing.
Kind of.
As long as you can hold a line, good. And that's what I struggle with is, recruiting guys. And it's like, all right, well, I don't really know how this guy races, but I guess that's just what we have to do. Or either maybe we need to put up recruiting races and then just invite the ones that run good with it. And
I mean, hey, most of the time anybody's welcome.
Oh, yeah,
as long as
for sure.
It's there for
everybody's in there.
It's competitive, but it's ultimately to
it's
have a good
fun.
time and to grow the base and all.
That's my thing is if everybody would just have a little more fun and yes, you want to take it serious, but sometimes you can't take it so serious, Yeah. I want to be taken seriously is, just being very competitive.
Oh yeah. And there's money on the line.
There is money on the line. Yeah, a good pays pretty good actually. I mean, compared
for 8 race season, can't beat it hardly.
We can't hardly go to racetrack and make that half the time.
I can make more than I racing than I can race. At least not lose any.
I know, right? You tear the car all to pieces and still good.
Yep.
Still good. But no, so appreciate everybody coming in with us this year. Let me pull up while we're sitting here. I'm gonna pull up the points standings. Give us a rundown on that real quick. I got it right here. We had Obviously, Aaron Smith taking home the championship with 2 wins on the season, which is, surprising because of how dominant he was a couple seasons ago. But at the same time...
Yeah, he also had his bad races were better than our bad races.
Exactly.
How we want it.
Well, and that's what I was fixing to say. Out of 9 races, he had 7 top 5s and 8 top 10s. So that's tough to beat. And that's what won it for him. The only person, let me go. Second, James Murphy brought home second in the series. He had 2 wins also, 5 top 5s, 7 top 10s. Some of the best stats out of the season, though, Landon Moody, I think the only thing kept him out of second place was another win. He had 1 win on the season, 7 top 5s, 9 top 10s. He had more top 10s than Aaron had.
Yep.
So
that's every race top 10.
Exactly, every race top 10. So you can't argue with that. Then you finished 4th with 0 wins, but you have 5 top 5s and 8 top 10s.
Yep.
So
outside of those 2 races, that kind of, which means I ended up dropping them, but I was a solid 4th place to 8th place every week.
Exactly.
So I'll take it.
Our buddy Matt Pridgeon was 5th, Zach Stroop 6th, Thomas Martucci 7th, Dakota Emerson 8th, Brandon Sawyer 9th, Chase Lane and Tim Paradiso tied for 10th, technically. Kel Maben 12th, Jackson McLaren actually tied with Kel for 12th. John Rogerio 14th, Adam Logan 15th, Caleb Stratton 16th, Michael Dobie 17th, our buddy BJ William Eads 18th, Andrew Register 19th, Devin Morgan 20th, Charles Robertson 21st, and Blake Harris ran 1 race with us, so he got 22nd.
Good. 22 different people race with us.
Exactly.
Good deal.
Not bad.
Nope.
We need about 36.
I think
that's the magic number.
Yeah.
I think that's the number we need.
Hopefully.
I want to get 30 at least.
Yeah.
30 at least would be a really good number racing.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'd love to get it. I've thought about this. I'd love to get it at least on the dirt tracks. Basically, doing kind of like a real dirt track.
Yeah, some people don't make it.
Yeah, some people just don't make it. I mean, just not your night. I hate it for you. But I think that would kind of, I don't know. I make the best drivers of the whole series be up front. I think we can do that. Maybe have, go to some consolation races, be main, and
have some fun.
If we can get, like I said, if we can get about 36 people and maybe cut it off at 28 to 30, 6 people or so don't make it to race, that'd be perfect with me. I mean, I would just be ultra competitive.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I don't know. If anybody's got any suggestions on iRacing, I'm not going to say I'm the best at running them by no means. But I like new ideas and coming up with cool stuff that people want to do. But I'm thinking next year, I think we're going to try something a little different as far as determining our schedule.
Oh, yeah.
I think we're going to go a little more traditional / conservative route on it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just going to say, hey, here's this is a schedule. But I think you had a good idea actually with the maybe let's get some votes on some tracks and cars.
Yeah. And then create some
then create multiple schedules out of that.
Yeah.
And then we'll
I kind of like a 1.5 or a 2 mile track in a league setting. I feel like those were some of them, even though that's not where I'll rather watch short track racing, those were some of the most fun races that we kind of had, So I like to have, I don't know, just hopefully not Legends at Bristol again. What we're trying to avoid.
And the bad thing is that should have been a great race. That had all potential to be a really good race. Mm-hmm. Just didn't work out.
I'm down to throw a road course on there.
I am too. Now I'm just going to let you know our champion this year, Aaron Smith. You throw a road course in there.
If he wins, he
no,
wins.
I'm just telling you. Last time we ran one, I remember it was right after the '87 Cup cars came out, and we ran the 87 Cup
Oh, well,
cars
that's
on
a
Watkins
different
Glen,
animal. Yeah.
and he put like 20 seconds on the field. I mean, now we didn't have but one caution the whole race.
Hey, well, I mean, you can do that road course. People can slide off the track.
Oh, yeah.
And come back home.
Yeah,
So
that was wild. That was wild. Landon said legends at Bristol were awful.
Yeah,
He is
they
correct. You are 100% correct. Nobody vote on that again.
I said
The bad thing
I'd rather
is-
run Legends on dirt, honestly.
Well, what's so bad is legends to me are fun to drive on there, but for whatever reason, every time we've had them in a league race on our league anyway, it's been a rough race.
Mm-hmm.
And I think the problem is if you just barely touch each other, they like to
It's weird,
bounce
yeah.
a lot. They shoot up in the air and do all kind of crazy stuff. It's not that's kind of where the realism kind of draws a line, I guess. So, but it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun watching you guys and watching everybody race hard. That race at South Boston, probably one of my favorites of the year.
Oh, yeah.
That
Always
come
good.
down for multiple lead changes. Connor led some.
Yeah. I actually led
Got
38 laps or something, which was pretty good
got
for
kind of
me.
messed up by a lap car.
At that point, though, I was banking on a couple cautions. And,
yeah.
and I was being run down, too.
Yeah, I was going to say, you were being run down.
But I was going to at least make it hard, have a little battle there.
But
Those 100-lap tires we're starting to give out. But honestly, that was I had the brake bias so far back, and I wore the right rear so
Trying
much.
to
That's
turn it.
probably the best it drove. It might not have been super fast, but it wasn't handling terrible.
it looked good. But Landon Moody won that race there. That was congratulations to him. But one thing I got to put out there real quick, and I didn't get our trophy done. I'm going to
Didn't
get
happen?
it done. I'm going to get it. I'm still going to get it done.
Yeah.
But it stayed in the house anyway because I was about to say, because this year, Team Chicken Bone Alley, thanks to multiple drivers, Connor, Devin Morgan was on a couple races, John Ruggiero, and Landon Moody filled in for us. I think you're a more consistent driver than some of the other ones were. So, I really were able to put it on and win by quite a big margin.
Landslide.
And we actually kind of, I say landslide. Yeah, you say landslide, and it was. But we kind of let the Talking Dirt guys kind of had up their points there at the end too, and we're even able to come out over top of them.
Hopefully, yeah. Oh yeah, it was great. I like the little race within a race. Hopefully, we can get some more teams or factions in there because that's pretty fun. I'm glad we got it done.
So at least until next season, we can use #fastest podcast.
Can't take it away from us.
That's right.
We'll be defending champions when spring season rolls around, so that'll be fun.
So you did take home a championship, Connor.
I did. I claim it.
And you can too, Landon. You took home a championship,
There we go.
both of you.
Hey,
Whatever it takes.
I'd say just let anybody. Hey, if James and Aaron want to be on a team, make teams of 3.
We can do it. We can do some team racing.
We should do that for the spring season just to kind of mix it up.
Let's do it.
All
Let's
right.
do it. I'm good with that. I'm really good with that. Pete says we have no audio. Is anybody else not hearing audio? Yeah, I'm really good with that myself. It's that'd be fun. That'd be a lot of fun. He said, "Got it now."
Good to go.
Good deal, Pete. Can you hear me now? Good. Yeah, that'd be a lot of fun. I think we might do something like that. Just change it up.
Sweet.
Change it up. I don't know yet. Who knows? Like I said, anybody come up with ideas? Let's put it out there. Let's have a draft.
That's what I'm saying.
That would be
we could get team captains and have
Yes.
a little field to pick from. So
Yes,
I think we just had a golden idea
that is
sitting right here,
Great.
live on air.
That is great. I love that idea. That is yes, I like it. I like that, Connor.
Get it done.
We'll have some team captain. I wonder. Maybe we'll even do a. If we can get enough teams, maybe we can even have one road race. It's like a long race, pretty long race
Have a
one
little
time,
endurance race.
and actually just.
I think that
have
would also help people stay engaged with it because you even no matter where you are, if you got to show up to help your team,
Exactly.
get points, right? You don't want to.
Exactly.
You don't want to let your team down. So that'd be cool.
That would be cool.
Sweet. Let's do it.
I like it. Let's work that out. We'll let some people draft on there. Yes, that'd be awesome. I like that. I might even get in on that one. All right, everybody. I want to thank our sponsors for this podcast, helping us make it happen. SRI Performance, guys. Go check them out. All you need for your race car, any kind of race car, pretty much. I don't care if it's one of them legend cars right there. I found many parts for it at SRI Performance. Guys, go into their store. So cool. Especially if you're in town this week in the Charlotte area. The World Finals. I always get it mixed up with Dirt Track Championship. But anyway, the World Finals are in town this week in Charlotte, and they will have a bunch of Team SRI drivers on hand at SRI Performance, stopping by, interviewing. Our buddy Blake Harris will be up there interviewing them. So stop by, meet some drivers, talk to our buddy Randy Keene up there. He's always around up there during this week. Man, it's a lot of fun this week up there. So get up there, get whatever you need for your car. You never know who comes in that place. We were in there one time, and Derek Cope is in there standing at the counter. I mean, so you just never know. And actually, we were doing an interview at the time. Walked right by him, and I didn't even realize it until he came back. And he was on a video, and you see him look over there, and it was bad. We should have stopped and talked to him. A Daytona 500 champion.
Yeah.
We just passed right by. Our bad. But stop in SRI Performance. If you can't make it there, go to www.sriperformance.com and get yourself everything loaded up in that cart that you need. Get all the things. I don't care if it's performance parts, safety wear, whatever you need. When you get it loaded up, go to that promo code, put in promo code CBONE10, a C as in
chicken,
BONE10, get yourself 10% off at time of checkout.
Now I'm gonna have to agree with Andy here. We're gonna have to start calling this a sway bar holder if something don't change here. This legend car.
That is a sway bar holder.
It's time to bring it back out.
That is a sway bar holder now.
No, I want it to become a legend car again.
I want it to become a legend car again. Yeah. In the middle of this, yes. I want it to become a legend car again. I'm gonna tell y'all the problem with this legend car back here. And I'm gonna put this out there because they've listened to us at iNext and stuff before. And this isn't an iNext problem really. This was a 1250 car. Ran really good. I mean, I think Connor can vouch for that. It ran pretty good. It wasn't no slouch. I think we might have blown a head gasket on it or something like that. My problem is anyway. Now this is also being that I have another car. I just don't have motor for it yet either, but I have another car. For that motor, for them to rebuild that motor or just fix it, basically, they want $4,500 to fix that motor, that 1250 motor. I can't justify it.
Yeah, especially with it being 2 generations behind now, which I think 1250 is really just as good.
I think it is too, but my problem is I think you're not going to be able to get parts here really soon. It's already really hard to get parts for them, and that's why they're so expensive to build. But you can't get any. You're not going to be able to get any parts for it here soon. So if we do spend that money in it, well, next season come up and say, "Oh, we're not going to run that motor anymore." I mean, possibly. I don't know that, but possibly. So if anybody got a 1250 sitting around that they just ain't doing nothing with, want to slide it my way, I'll put your sticker on the side of that car. For sure, I'll put it right on the top of it. I don't care. It's something else. Okay, you got a. That's what I was fixing to say. He got 1250 sitting up there. I'll put Rivertown Racing on there. Right up under Dixie May there. I'll put a big Rivertown Racing sticker right there.
Whatever it takes.
Whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. I'd love to get that car, but there was something about the way that car drove. He said yes.
Well,
that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Tell him to send you his new Z09 he's got.
No, he got an
MT09.
MT09. that's a nice motor. I think. But that's the thing is now the FZ09 is an older generation motor. MT09 is the new thing. So I don't foresee the 1250s sticking around much longer.
No, they're being phased out for sure.
They are, and I mean rightfully so. I get it because Yamaha does not build a engine anymore that's carbureted.
Yeah.
Everything is not a street engine anymore anyway. Everything's fuel injected. And so I get it, but it just stinks.
Yeah.
It kind of took the INEX stood for inexpensive. It kind of took the inexpensiveness out of it. And I get it stuff costs, but man, that's a tough one to swallow there. And fortunately,
especially when the rest of the car is pretty well ready to roll.
I know. Now, fortunately, our good friend Dennis Brown has given me a car to drive this year, and I am very appreciative of it. Very, very appreciative of it. We're still working some bugs out in that car. We're going to try something off the wall this weekend.
That's right. It might be awesome.
Might be. Might be. I realized something at our tire test a couple weeks ago, and I talked to you about it. How I think that car's rolling over way too much. I'll find you some dirt tires, Kel. I'll see if I can find some around
We'll make
here.
a trade.
Make a trade. Yeah. I'll get you a set of dirt tires. No, we have not covered Florence yet, Lizzie. We're about to get to that. But anyway, so yeah, that's why this is a that is why this is a sway bar holder right now and a creeper holder. But it does have a really good looking Dixie Made sticker on the back of it. So
good sponsor tag.
Good sponsor tag. If it didn't have a glare on it, it's got a glare on it right now. I'm gonna have to lower it down, I think. Lower it back end down. It don't have any shocks up under it anymore. Those are on my car, or the 12 car right now. But anyway, also I want to thank our good friends at let's go with Dixie Made. We talked about them. So Dixie Made, guys, if you were over in this area of Florence here, head over by the flea market. Stop in and see our friends over there. Brandon Sawyer that ran in our iRacing league we were just talking about. He's the owner of Dixie Made. They have the coolest brands around. Simply Southern, Southern Fried Cotton, Drake Waterfowl, Axis Waterfowl. You never at this time of year, these guys are getting up all that duck hunting stuff, getting it ready. Also, Christmas time's coming.
Oh yeah.
It'll be here before we know it. They have their layaway open for Christmas time. So y'all head over to Dixie Made and get all the brands that all the cool kids want. So y'all get over there. Also, stock car steel and aluminum. Guys, it's that time of year to make your car pretty again. Whether you got a big race coming up here at the end of the year or you just time to get ready for next season already. Head over to stock car steel and aluminum. Get all the materials you need to make that car fast again, make it look good again. If you're building one from the ground up, you got all your structural type steel that you will need to do so. If you're building roll cages, I've seen some lately. I saw a car flip over at Sumter the other week. We talked about it. Roll cage held up pretty good, but he's going to need a new one because it bent in some places. And so head over to stock car steel and aluminum, guys, and get all the stuff that you need. Let's we talked about y'all at Dillon a little bit. You went over to Florence. I didn't get to watch all of it. I was cooking hogs. So tell us what all happened over there.
Well, they had a pretty good crowd. Only ran 4 classes, maybe 2. Yeah, 5 classes. The bandos were a little down. They ran the Thunder and Lightning class, which had 3 cars, and they had 2 cautions where they took 1 green flag lap, and then about 8 laps into the race. They were only running 15 laps, maybe 8 or 10 laps into the race. They were still, it was a decent race at the top. All 3 of them that were out, they were pretty close, but second come off the corner, all crossed up, overcorrects it in the third place car. They both hit the outside wall. Third place comes back down and nails the inside wall. 2/3 of the field is now totaled, and they throw the checker flag as the only car standing wins the race. He was leading though, But that was kind of funny. It was unfortunate, but it was kind of funny. But had that. Then the legend cars went out. They had a pretty good little race there, top 4 or 5. Shout out to Lizzie for a great qualifying effort. And after that,
Andy kind of calling her out on her.
I know.
He
I
said,
knew he would.
He said all you need to say about Florence is Lizzie was 2 laps down. No,
Well,
Matthew's taking up for her though.
Yeah.
Our buddy Matt's taking up. Her bumper came loose, and they black flagged her.
Well, I'm
You can't help
glad
that.
Lizzie and Matt are both here, are both able to talk about it, because the guy on the end of pit road pretty well sent Lizzie onto the track right in front of Matt. I mean, like, if he wouldn't have been paying attention, he'd have knocked the bumper off completely. Because I mean, it was she was going back out, and he just sent her right into oncoming traffic. But crisis averted barely. But it was a good race for sure. And yep. And then they ran the Charger race. Not a whole lot went on there. 25 led pretty much the whole race, and then they got to the PD 225 limited race, which was a really good race.
I want to go back to Charger real quick because I heard there was a little bit of controversy.
There was
in the
they were
area.
in tech a long time. They were two of the top 3's cams were supposedly wrong, but then they realized they were checking them for the wrong crate motor.
Yeah, I heard they were checking them for the 602 gauge
instead of the 04.
Instead of the 04.
So they finally got that straightened out, but they were in tech for probably 80% of the limited race, I had to say.
Wow.
But got all that straightened out, and it's a pretty good night of racing. Another good lead up to the 400 coming up in a month or two.
Good deal. I did get to kind of watch. We were literally in, like I said, our internet went out watching it. I was watching some of the limited race, and man, that was a pretty eventful race.
It was unusually rough. I was kind of surprised at the amount of late model stocks that dropped down. I don't know. I didn't think that many of them would really do that at this time of year, but I mean, it was good to put on a good show.
Now tell everybody out there, because you've kind of ran at least the limited side a little bit. What is the difference between, let's say, Charger to limited, or either late model stock to limited?
Because I think they were running that all pro limited rules, and I really haven't looked at it, so I don't know. It can't be. I think it's closer to a late model.
Yeah,
if those guys would have dropped back. I know they kind of what I was thinking.
Pulled the Harrington or the Enforcer engine out of it. You can't run that.
Okay.
But I don't. I mean, is it mainly carburetor differences?
I think it's just a 2-barrel. It's just a late model with a smaller carburetor.
That's what I was thinking mainly, which kind of makes it like a Charger car.
Kind of.
Most part.
Yeah, but it was a lot newer cars, running it.
Is it?
Well,
it's supposed to be.
Instead of the top 3, they were all kind of new, but it was a pretty good race. Really, like I said, uncharacteristically rough.
Yeah.
But Oglinski got him ripping the top. It was crazy. He almost went a lap down saving tires one time. He got not a lucky caution, but it was a car, had problems stopping the track, and then he just came flying back through the field. I mean, like in 5 laps, he went from last to first, and he was able to hold him off. I mean, he was way up top of the racetrack. You just wait for him to overshoot at one time, but he never did, and he ended up winning the race.
That man, what I saw, he was running a cushion on an asphalt track.
Yeah,
that some gun had dirt flying everywhere going into 3.
He probably ran off the back straightaway 3 or 4 times, just digging. But it was a good race. It really was.
That's good.
A lot of comers and goers, a lot of lead changes.
I was fixing to say, what I saw was a lot of lead changes. That's good deal. That's a good deal. I saw 51 car, our buddy. He locked the motor up, I think.
Yeah, he was looking good. It was looking like he was gonna have a chance to charge back up there and take the lead, but it looked like he lost power coming down the front straightaway one time, which was.
I talked to Brian yesterday, and he said Matt locked up. They said when they tried to crank it back up, they said it had like 20 pounds of oil pressure, and that was it.
Yeah.
So he had a good short run car. Looked like to me.
Yeah. Well, I think he was still kind of had a little left in the tank. I don't know.
I got you.
Good race though.
Well, good deal. Good deal. Next race for them will be,
I think it's the 400.
The
right?
400.
Yep.
Connor have to
big
cover
one.
all that one for us.
Where's that?
The 400.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to be on a cruise.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I won't be here for it.
Come on. Kind of time.
I had it planned for a while.
Hey, much as we race now, there's not like you ain't gonna not miss a race really.
I know.
In December, there'll probably be a race you miss, but yeah,
there'll be one of them there.
Yeah.
I mean, that's yeah. But it's like I told him. I said, "Dang, now it's time of year." I said, "It's a lot more comfortable out there racing now."
I love racing now. So I don't know why we decided to race in June, July, and August.
Dude, especially this year, June, July, and
Brutal.
August were brutal. If it didn't rain. It was either pouring down rain every weekend or so hot that it was just miserable being out there.
Yeah.
Anyway, good deal. That'd be a big race coming up for them. Here, 3 weeks.
Yep.
3 weeks. 3 weeks from now on the. I think that'd be the 17th, 18th. I think it is Friday and Saturday of November. Yeah. I think it is. Cool. Pretty sure it is. Yeah, 17th, 18th of November. So cool. Ladies and gentlemen, also want to thank our good sponsors, Profab Headers and Exhaust. Guys, if you're in the market for exhaust for your car, head over to Profab Headers and Exhaust. Best on the market, bar none. I don't care if you're looking at Cup cars, if you're looking at Legend cars, guess what's on all of them? Profab Headers and Exhaust. You guys are going to definitely have to check them out. We're going to have to, if you need more horsepower out of your car, and I don't care what kind of application you got, what kind of engine combination you got, they got the headers for you. So head over to Profab Headers and Exhaust. Talk to our buddy Andy. He'll hook you up. Also, Earl Ramey Racing Engines. That's one that I tell you all about the horsepower those exhausts can make. Head over to Earl Ramey Racing Engines. He told me the other day it's finally kind of his downtime after they finished up at Charlotte this past weekend with the short track world championship. He gets kind of the majority of that dirt racing over for the most part, and he can focus on other stuff now. So head over to Earl Ramey Racing Engines, get everything lined up for next year. It's that time already, guys. So get everything lined up for your 2024 season. Head over there, get you some time on chassis dyno if you need it. You never know what you need. So it can tell you all the things that are good to bolt onto to the engine, tell you things that's not good to bolt on there. You never know what kind of combinations work for your car. So head over to Earl Ramey Racing Engines, get hooked up with them today. All right, some more racing. I guess we go into this past weekend at Martinsville. Two pretty good races this week, in my opinion, actually. I want to start off by saying, because I probably have downed it, and I still don't think it was great, but it looked like there was more passing, at least for the lead, in the Cup race than there was in the spring.
It was almost reversed. Like it seemed that watching the first two stages, it had a lot of hope. Like it looked good. It looked like a good Martinsville race. Ended on 150 something green flag run, which was it's hard to believe that you can do that in Martinsville.
I know.
Just hate it. But at least it was first two stages and part of the third stage. I thought we're better. We're a lot better.
I think that's how much, and I know we're getting a little ahead of ourselves, but I think that's how much stage points mean to these guys now. Nobody really cares. I mean, they do care about the end of the race, where they finish, but they're looking so hard on stage points. I think that's what causes it. But let's go back real quick. I know you were at the track yourself. Did you happen to catch the Xfinity race at all? Did you catch a replay or anything?
I watched most. I watched most of the third stage. I had to leave when they had that big pile up there. That was right when I was leaving. So that was kind of bad. But I did end up watching the end of it, and wow, it was chaotic for sure.
Very much so. Justin Allgaier comes out with a win. But if you haven't seen it, you got to go back and watch it because this man only won by a tire.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was so little. Coming to that caution, though, both the RCR cars made it to 1 and 2.
Yep.
You had Austin Hill and Sheldon Creed putting it up front, and in all honesty, to me, they looked like two of the fastest cars on the track. But both of them needed to win to get in. All right, before we go any farther, how do you look at that? I know you play soccer, so you understand a team sport. Racing is always something completely different because you can be on a team with somebody,
but
you're not racing. You have your own agenda, in my opinion. So, what's your thoughts on team racing at that point?
That's hard. You obviously have a greater obligation to your team, I guess, but you don't want. You can't let the other guy win. You have to do everything you can for your individual race team as well. I think the history is what made it terrible, what made it bad. I think this was the first time anything like this has happened where the RCR cars got together and wrecked. I think it would have just been, I hate it, but I hate it puts them in that position. I hate that win in your end.
Even last year.
I hate that's how they had to race,
Right. Well, even last year, Ty Gibbs spins out his own teammate, Brandon Jones, when he didn't have to.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that was a little bit, that was kind of, what was that for?
Yeah, exactly.
But this, I don't know, the way I see it, I don't put all the blame on Creed for this one.
I don't put all.
It kind of looked like Austin Hill kind of doored him down the back straightaway, which it's Martinsville going to the last corner is what it looked like.
Well, I think he crowded him to try to. What I think he did there, in my opinion, I think he really pushed him down to try to make him pinch his corner off. Just to slow him down. But Creed wasn't gonna have that, so he just slides up in front of him. I guess the worst part out of the whole thing, because I don't mind the dooring, I don't mind the bumping. I think the worst part that looked so bad out of it was just he pulled the old dirt track move where you slide them and park it in front of them.
Yeah.
Caused them to run into the back of you and you take off.
For sure.
And that's always considered in dirt track racing, that's considered what we call a dirty slider. Either you do that or you just run.
But I mean, it ain't the worst thing you ever seen.
No, not at all.
Turn 3 at Martinsville on the last lap. So I think Creed was kind of like, I'm out of here anyway.
Yeah.
I think if Creed could have just, obviously after they kind of got roughed up, Allgaier just came in there and, said, hey, I got to win too. So he moved Creed.
Oh, I don't blame him.
I think RCR is just unfortunate because even throughout the season, you kind of know Austin Hill was probably your best shot to win the championship.
He was.
And so that's tough. That's a tough situation. I hate that they're in that situation, really.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't put it all on Creed. I think probably if he was, it probably wasn't the best decision to make at that point, especially, that ended up neither one of them making it. But I can't say that I wouldn't try to win the race too.
So how bad a car you think they're going to have for Sheldon Creed at Phoenix this week?
It probably won't be great.
A little bit of news coming out of it. At the end of the race, when Sheldon Creed was just standing on pit road waiting on his interviews, the obligations, Andy Petrie comes up to him. We don't know what he said.
Yeah, I just
but he come up throwing hands up and yelling literally yelling at Sheldon Creed. And I think he was just upset for his team that it went from
now you
a chance to nobody. Which I can get that. I mean,
as a team owner, I understand that, but
as a team owner, look, we got to get one of these guys in here.
Don't take each other out.
Don't take each other out.
Another junior car in,
Exactly. And then on top of that, speaking of Richard Childress, and I've heard a lot of people call Richard Childress and Andy Petrie unprofessional this week, but they said that nobody caught it on video, but it was said by multiple media members that Richard Childress said in the media center as he's kind of walking out that he basically said he's had a lot of drivers drive for him, but none as stupid as Sheldon Creed is what he said.
Yeah. And I like RC, but I don't like that. I think no matter what, you got to kind of stay with your driver.
That's not a cool comment because I get what he means. I personally think Sheldon Creed thought he was doing everything he could to win the race himself.
I said, I think they both doored each other.
Oh yeah,
it was they were leaning all over each other. It was just one of the things.
I think Sheldon Creed thought if he could get Austin Hill slowed down enough in that corner, he could take off and win the race. I think that's the only thought process he had in his head. It was never about taking. Because he didn't take him out.
It was the guy three rows behind
it
him.
was John Hunter Nemechek
just laying
plowed
out.
into him. I mean, he didn't have nowhere to go, but he plows into him, and
Yeah.
there they go. But Cole Custer come across the line. He threw it in reverse. He was on fire backwards, looked like Ricky Bobby out there.
That's what I don't get. How was Xfinity? I know Xfinity's kind of rough, but that's Martinsville. You know, that's kind of what you expect. But the Cup race is running 160 laps, caution free.
Car's too easy to drive.
And I don't want him. I don't want it like that. I feel like there's a happy median they got to shoot for.
So I'm glad to see Allgaier going to the. In my opinion,
Yeah.
Now I don't think he's been one of the fastest. He's been
I would have
consistently there, but he hadn't been one of the fastest cars all year.
I'm not a huge Austin Hill fan, but ain't no doubt he probably deserved.
Oh yeah,
to be
he
there.
definitely deserved to be there. In my opinion. Now Phoenix is just another monster of its own because it just doesn't race like any other track. So we'll see how that goes for them. All right, Cup race. Like we said, or like you said, first couple stages were kind of wild. One of the biggest takes I saw out of it, you know, there was all the bumping and some spinning and stuff like that. But one of the worst ones I saw, in my opinion, Carson Hocevar.
Yeah.
Coming up to the Cup Series next year. Going to be driving for Spire. He is running the Legacy Motorsports car right now. He basically got doored a little bit, and he just right hooked the guy. I mean, just right reared him. And who was that? That was
I think that was Gibbs after he got spun out.
Right. Yeah, that's exactly it.
Logano kind of carried him off in there, and he spun it.
I don't know if there was anything went on before.
You can't. It's hard to say.
Yeah,
but
man, you can't make it look that blatant. You could have went in the corner behind him the next lap.
Yeah.
I think he could have went in there and dumped him if he wanted to, but man, you can't make it look that blatant.
Yeah, that was kind of a bad look on him. I think didn't have any speed, and it was just a bad day for him.
Yeah, he was frustrated, and that track can make you frustrated.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, I can see how, because people. That's the thing is, your car can be fine and running good. All anybody really has to do, if they are close enough to you, is drive it just a little farther. Use you as a brake, and there they go.
Yep.
They're under you. I don't know. I was trying to think. Reddick had a tough day. He needed a win.
Yeah, he needed a really good run at least, and didn't have anything like it.
No, nothing like it. But it was an exciting points battle all day long. For the most part. You know, especially between Denny Hamlin and William Byron, from what we could watch on there. Now, Denny Hamlin led some, and as he was leading, it's like, all right, well, Denny's going to have that locked up, and it was kind of between Blaney and Byron. Well, then all of a sudden, Blaney comes up, and all of a sudden, everybody realizes he's class of the field. So the watch goes between Blaney, between Hamlin and Byron. Yeah. Which, I hate to say it, but it's almost like you got to have that now to make that race exciting.
Yeah. That's true. That's unfortunate. The whole last stage, that's all they really showed.
Yeah.
But
I hate it for all the other guys, because that's what stinks about this playoff racing, in my opinion. I understand, yes, you made it there. You had the right.
Yeah, all of them are.
But everybody's still on track.
Yeah.
That's what stinks is, man, if y'all aren't going to do anything for their sponsors, they don't even need to be on track, you know? I don't know. It's crazy. So anyway, Ryan Blaney goes out, dominates, sits in victory lane, and advances to Homestead. And just like I kind of predicted last week, I think a couple more of us might have too. Essentially, how it went in is how everybody come out.
Yep. My Hamlin pick didn't quite do it, but
no,
he looked all right. No. It was so weird though. You know, he got up to third. It's like, oh, he's coming, but wait, the leaders are 8 seconds ahead of him.
Yeah, Yeah, my Hamlin pick there. I was
Still a good pick.
It was a good pick. It was a good pick. So with that said, Sterling locked up his championship
Yep.
with
he had
picking
to finish last.
Blaney.
Wow, I didn't even realize he had Blaney.
He picked Blaney. So I cannot. There's no possible way I can catch him. And with that being said, you had who? Who'd you have? Reddick?
Yeah. Oh no, I had Larson.
Oh, you had Larson. You had Larson. That's right. Yep. I'm sorry.
okay.
You had Larson. My bad. You had Larson. Where did Larson finish? Larson.
He was seventh the whole day.
Yep. I picked Hamlin. He finished third. Larson finishes, I think, like seventh, like you said.
Yeah. So wow, I finished
So-
last. I thought.
So that put our points going. Sterling now has, let's see, 24 points. I have 19 points. Connor has 14 points.
Sterling got it.
So Sterling got it, and no way I can catch him. I get second because there's no way you can catch me.
Good season, eh?
Good season, guys. So, you know what? We're not even going to pick for next week. Let's just leave it alone.
That was cool, though.
It was cool. I think we're going to change it up next year. I'm going to get to that. But we're not going to pick necessarily our typical ways of picking on here. We're going in. I want to pick two things, actually. And Sterling, I didn't get these from him, so I might talk to him. He would pick last anyway because he won. So we'll let you go first. I want two picks. I want one, who you think's gonna win the race. Two, who you think's gonna win the championship.
What if it's the same? I guess
It could be the same.
Okay.
Could be the same. It's
So-
never
so-
been. It's never been
Not
not
for a cup.
for Cup, which is
So we
very
got,
surprising. to me.
Blaney, Larson, Bell, and Byron.
And yep.
Blaney, Larson, Bell, Byron.
that's it.
Okay.
That's it. Blaney, Larson, Bell, Byron. Blaney, Larson.
Wow.
We need one more B in there.
Any of them, really. They're all on somewhat of a hot streak.
Yeah.
I
I think Larson to
Trying to
me is
think
about the
who
only one
runs
that's
good there.
not on a real
even
streak.
still, he won 2
That's
weeks
what I was
ago,
fixing
you
to
know?
say. He's not necessarily on a streak, but he won recently. So
I could really. I know I picked Byron last week, and I think he could do it. I think I'm gonna go with Bell. Bell with winning.
he didn't
both.
have a good race this week. He finished
didn't,
13th, I think.
but
No, I'm talking about Byron.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with Bell. Bell to win them both. I think he really. I don't know. It just seems like he's kind of. That's a track that looked like he'd win.
Here, write it down in
Yep.
yours so we remember for next week. So you going Bell for championship
Yep.
and race win. Man, I've said this in years past, but for some reason, I really feel like this is going to be the first year ever that it's not going to be the winner of the race that wins championship.
Wow.
And I'm not really going to go on too much of a limb, but this may be a limb for this year. But I believe that Kevin Harvick is going to go out on a win.
That would be awesome.
Maybe it's just a sentimental thing.
I know. I'd like for it to happen. I just don't see.
It's a
the
perfect track.
speed.
I don't either, but it's a perfect
yeah.
track for him to do it if he's going to do it.
I was hoping to get a win this year, and I
Man,
mean,
I was
of
too.
course, it could happen, but
Now, I think, let's see. I think Harvick's going to win it, and I think Larson
Larson will get it
going to
done.
finish second to him. I just, for some reason, I see it coming down to a late race
Yep.
pit stop.
hope
His
so.
guys getting him out early. And maybe Harvick passing him there a few laps to go. Just what I see.
Yeah.
If I call that, boy,
I say Harvick. I think you're better off saying Harvick would pull some kind of strategy to do it.
yeah,
No,
he
for-
may be,
yeah.
maybe. I mean, that would be. I just don't see a long green flag run for strategy, but maybe so. I mean, and maybe that's how it works out. Maybe there's a little earlier, and maybe Harvick just don't pit, and nobody can pass him on a green white checker or something. But like I said, boy, if I call that,
We went to
I'm
buy
getting
us a
some
lottery
bonus
ticket.
points. I'll get with Sterling. See what he thinks.
10 for
I'm going out on a limb for it though.
Yeah. Hey, it could be an awesome pick if it works out.
It could be, might not be, but it could be. So cool. So we got Phoenix coming up. Man, that's I'm tired of it being the last race.
Yeah.
But we got it again for 24.
Yeah, they're under contract. I mean, it wasn't really a surprise, but
Well, I've heard some people say they're under contract, and I've heard some say they're just picking it.
I feel like they're under contract.
I feel like there's gotta
they
be
would just
something.
pick it just cause.
I feel like there's at least a contract or something with the city of Phoenix or something, to bring them there.
I wish it was at Charlotte. I mean, that's really like the best track that puts on racing right now.
Yes.
The Charlotte
yes.
Oval is just awesome.
My thing is, I heard them talking about the other day, well, do you want to go to somewhere in November? Well, my thing is, they used to say that about Martinsville. Well, they just went to Martinsville next to last race, and it was 70-some degrees. Yes, it can be cold. It's cold at the first year.
Yeah.
I've got a feeling it can be cold at Atlanta, the second race of the year. For some reason, that race shouldn't be that cold, but for whatever reason, they've had snow there. I don't know how many times. Back in the day when it used to be the second race of the season. I'm just tired of the excuse of, well, we got to pick somewhere weather destined. Now, in saying that, I still think Homestead puts on a great race.
Yeah.
There was more passing for the lead there, more passes throughout the field than there was anywhere, I feel like. So, anyway, I think it'll be good.
Hard to believe it's coming to an end.
It is.
Season
coming. Season's winding down. We might take off a couple weeks actually here this year. There's still plenty of racing to talk about.
Oh, yeah.
Chili Bowl comes up. Snowball
big late
Derby.
model races,
I was fixing to say all the big late model races, and we'll definitely be covering all that for sure. But we got at least another couple weeks here and see what we can do at the track ourselves.
Yep.
And we'll do all that. Ladies and gentlemen, want to also real quick, especially you racers out there, I want to point you to Rev Max Racing Apparel. Guys, head over to Rev Max Racing Apparel. Some of the best looking suits on the market. I got one myself that I wear every time I race. Fits great, wears great. It's one of them I can put on at the first of the day and just wear it all day long. And it's comfortable. Stretches in the right places. It's held up in the right places. Custom tailored to fit you. So, guys, head over to Rev Max Racing Apparel. Get you a suit today. They got them for us guys racing big cars. You got to have SFI ratings. They also have them for kart racers. That don't have the SFI rating that they can, that way they can cut price on them.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big thing.
Good thing to do, yeah.
Yeah, and cut price and look great. So head over to Rev Max Racing Apparel. Check them out on Facebook, Instagram, all those. Check out their designs. Get all the stuff you need from them. Alrighty. Well, what else we got this week?
I don't know.
About it?
Yep. Other than, we'll be over in Dillon Saturday.
We will be in
Pack
Dillon.
day.
Yep.
I think it's Friday, Saturday. I think it's a 2-day thing. It's practice.
it's just
practice,
day.
but
Yeah.
So
We'll
be over there.
I don't know if I'm going to make it over there Friday. I might have to save me a spot.
Come on.
If it's anything like the last race out there, boy, it'll be packed.
Oh, yeah. I think it'll be a good crowd. I really do.
They were talking about, car count was down a little bit, and I'm looking, I'm like, no,
Yeah,
it's not
pretty
really
good.
that down.
Yeah.
It's pretty good. So, anyway, we will be... Yeah, there we go. They did. Call them and tell them. I bet you they'll give you something. There you go, Kel. Anyway. All right, guys. Well, we sure appreciate it. Appreciate all the help. Appreciate Aaron Smith coming on. Congratulations again to him on his championship on the iRacing Chicken Bone Alley Fall Spectacular presented by Fresh Chef. Thank him for coming on and talking about his championship there. And But anyway, guys, we appreciate all our help as always. So I guess you guys, we will check y'all out next week.
Have a good one.